Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that the job you've spent years building your career around can now be done by an AI system in a fraction of the time. No office, no lunch break, no salary negotiation, just software. Sounds scary, right? But here's the question millions of people are asking right now. Will AI actually take our jobs by 2030? And if it will, which jobs are most at risk? More importantly, which careers will still be valuable in the future? Today, we're going to look at 15 jobs that could face serious pressure from AI and automation. And then I'll show you 10 types of careers that may be more resilient. And stay until the end, because I'll also show you the one strategy that could make you more valuable in an AI-powered workplace. Before we start naming jobs, there's something extremely important you need to understand. AI doesn't necessarily replace an entire job. Very often, it replaces tasks inside a job. Think about an accountant. An accountant doesn't simply enter numbers into a spreadsheet. They also interpret financial information, communicate with clients, make judgments, investigate unusual situations, and help businesses make decisions. AI might automate some of those tasks without completely eliminating the accountant. And that's exactly why the future of work is more complicated than simply saying, AI will take everyone's jobs. According to the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report, employers expect major disruption by 2030, with an estimated 170 million new jobs created and 92 million jobs displaced globally. That's a net increase of around 78 million jobs. At the same time, employers expect many skills to change significantly. So the real question isn't, will AI replace humans? The better question is, which human tasks will AI replace? And which human abilities will become more valuable? And that's what we're going to explore. Let's start with one of the most obvious examples, data entry. If a job mainly involves taking information from one place and entering it into another, that's exactly the kind of repetitive task software can increasingly automate. AI can read documents, extract information, classify data, and transfer it between systems. That doesn't mean every data entry worker will suddenly lose their job, but the number of people required to perform these repetitive tasks could decrease significantly. Next, cashiers. Self-checkout systems already allow customers to complete many transactions without interacting with a cashier. Now combine that with computer vision, automated payment systems, and increasingly sophisticated retail technology, and the traditional cashier role faces continued pressure. The important thing is that this transition is already happening. It's not something we have to wait until 2030 to see. Another vulnerable category is telemarketing. AI voice systems can already handle conversations, qualify leads, answer common questions, and schedule appointments. For simple and repetitive sales calls, businesses may increasingly prefer automated systems. Human salespeople, however, are likely to remain important when conversations become complicated or relationship-driven. Customer support is another major example. If your job involves answering the same questions repeatedly, AI chatbots can potentially handle many of those interactions instantly. From doing repetitive tasks to managing systems and supporting higher value work. Here's one that will surprise many people. Basic copywriting. AI can generate product descriptions, advertisements, social media captions, email drafts, and simple articles extremely quickly. So if someone is only selling generic writing, they may face increasing competition. But strategic writers who understand psychology, branding, storytelling, and customer behavior can still provide significant value. Translation is another field being transformed. AI translation tools can process huge amounts of text extremely quickly. For basic informational content, the need for manual translation may decrease, but legal documents, cultural adaptation, literary translation, and high-stakes communication still require human expertise and careful review. Basic bookkeeping is also becoming increasingly automated. Software can categorize transactions, generate reports, identify patterns, and perform repetitive calculations. Bookkeepers who simply process maintaining a brand voice, and making strategic editorial decisions still require human judgment. And there are several other jobs where AI and automation could significantly change the way people work. These include printing and production-related roles, routine financial analysis, some insurance processing roles, basic legal support, and routine content moderation. Again, this doesn't mean that every person working in these professions will become unemployed. The impact will depend on the industry, the country, the company, and most importantly, how much of the work can actually be automated. The World Economic Forum specifically identifies several clerical roles, including cashiers, administrative assistants, printing workers, and accountants and auditors, among roles expected to decline toward 2030. So now let's flip the question. If some jobs are becoming more vulnerable, what kinds of work could become more valuable? First, AI and machine learning specialists. It may sound obvious, but companies need people who can actually build, implement, and manage AI systems. The World Economic Forum lists AI and machine learning specialists among the fastest growing roles through 2030. AI creates opportunities, but it also creates new security risks. Companies need cybersecurity professionals who can protect data, systems, networks, and AI infrastructure. Healthcare involves much more than information processing. Doctors, nurses, therapists, caregivers, and other healthcare professionals work directly with people. AI can assist them, but empathy, physical care, trust, and human judgment remain extremely important. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, mechanics, construction specialists. These jobs often require physical work in unpredictable environments. AI can assist these professionals, but replacing the entire human worker is much more difficult. AI can explain a mathematical concept. It can generate a lesson plan. It can create quizzes. But teaching isn't only about delivering information. Great teachers motivate people, understand emotions, adapt to individual students, and build human relationships. Leadership involves decisions under uncertainty. It involves negotiation, motivation, conflict resolution, and understanding people. AI can provide information, but humans still need to decide what to do with that information. High-level sales isn't simply about sending messages. It's about trust, negotiation, understanding customers, building relationships, and solving complicated problems. AI can support salespeople, but the human relationship can remain extremely valuable. AI can generate hundreds of images, but who decides which idea is actually worth pursuing? That's where strategy comes in. People who combine creativity with business understanding can become more valuable. Narker 9. Data and technology professionals. Data analysts, data scientists, software developers, and technology specialists are positioned to benefit from the growing use of AI and digital systems. The World Economic Forum expects big data specialists, fintech engineers, AI/ML specialists, and software developers to be among the fastest growing roles through 2030. Cheers 10. AI-enhanced professionals. And finally, this may be the most important category of all: people who know how to use AI inside another profession. An AI-powered lawyer, an AI-powered marketer, an AI-powered accountant, an AI-powered designer, an AI-powered engineer. Instead of competing against AI, these people use AI as leverage. And this brings us to the most important lesson of this entire video. The future probably won't be humans versus AI. It will increasingly be humans with AI versus humans without AI. The World Economic Forum expects technology skills such as AI, big data, and cybersecurity to grow rapidly in importance, while human abilities such as analytical thinking, creativity, resilience, leadership, and collaboration remain critical. So if you're worried about your career, don't panic. Start preparing. Learn how AI works. Learn how to use AI tools. Improve your communication. Improve your critical thinking. Build expertise in your industry. And most importantly, learn how to combine AI with something humans are still exceptionally good at. Here's a simple strategy you can start today. Step 1. Choose your profession. Step 2. Write down the 10 most repetitive tasks you perform. Step 3. Find out which of those tasks can be assisted by AI. Step 4. Learn how to use AI to make your work faster. And Step 5. Use the time you save to develop skills that are harder to automate. That's how you turn AI from a threat into an advantage. So, will AI take your job by 2030? Maybe parts of your job will change. Maybe some tasks will disappear. And maybe completely new opportunities will appear. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear: you don't need to beat AI. You need to learn how to work with it. Now I want to hear from you. What is your job or career? Comment your profession below and tell me whether you think AI will replace it, change it, or make it more valuable. And if you'd like me to make a complete beginner tutorial on one specific AI skill, such as AI automation, AI video editing, AI freelancing, or prompt engineering, tell me which one in the comments. I'll use your responses to decide which topic to cover in an upcoming video. If you found this video useful, hit like, subscribe to SheTech Insights, and turn on notifications. We cover AI, online earning, technology, and the skills you need for the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.